Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a general reading for all signs. So this can be for whoever needs it at this time. I'm just going to allow the cards to communicate whatever messages need to come through here today. So I'm going to start with these three decks right here. The Love Compass Oracle by Lunatide Love, and then I'll go ahead and grab a card from my deck, the Heart and Soul Love Oracle, and lastly by Mystic Moon, the Charm Cards deck, and then we'll clarify everything, all right? So let's get right into this. And again, it's for all signs, whoever is in need of these messages, and as always, take from it what makes sense for you personally. Angels and spirit guides, please. Let's grab your first message here. I'm immediately guided to this one. So we do have a third-party situation, and this card does say other people may be interfering with this relationship or connection. You could be dealing with some miscommunication or misunderstandings. Family or friends may be affecting a situation or decision. This may be unintentional and unconscious. So of course, typical meaning of a third party can indicate infidelity, a third person who's interfering in your relationship. Now, this does not necessarily just have to be a love connection, because as you can see, family and friends could also represent a third party if they're trying to get in the way of something that's going on in your life. So we'll clarify that. So let's go ahead and grab a card from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for all signs, anyone and everyone who needs these messages. So let's grab a card. I'm guided to this one. Look at this. We have the End. So let me read this. I've tried to convince you that love was worth a shot, that you and I are so incredibly compatible, we're a perfect match. I've tried to make you see that I'll be here for you through thick and thin, that no matter what life hands us, we can make it through, but I can't keep trying for both of us. I guess we've reached the end of the road. So these two cards next to each other, there could have been a situation, a relationship for some of you, where you were the one that was constantly putting in the effort into the relationship and the other person just wasn't pulling their weight. Part of the reason why that might be is because they were investing their time and energy with somebody else. And therefore we have a relationship, a connection here that either came to a literal end, you guys are in separation, you're broken up, or this could even be current energies and a direction that you guys might ultimately go if we don't have two people who are on the same page, who are putting in the work. Okay, so we'll clarify that with tarot as well. And then lastly, let's grab a card from the Charm Cards deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, for whoever needs this message here today. All right, I'm guided to this card. We have bike, skills. Okay, I'm getting, for some of you, somebody might really enjoy riding a bike just to kind of de-stress, or maybe this is your main mode of transportation. And it does mention skills, so some of you might be working on a particular craft or skill at this time. Okay, that could be job related for some of you, so we'll go ahead and clarify that as well. All right, so I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. And for those of you who obviously are already familiar with this one, just a reminder, this is on sale the entire month of June. So the deck shop link is down below if you want to take advantage of that sale. And for those who are not familiar with this deck, it's one that I created especially for advanced beginners. And I say advanced because this does have some additional cards, new oracle messages, as well as new court cards exclusive to this deck. So in addition to all of the traditional tarot cards, you get some extra cards in here. But it does have upright and reversed meanings, so the majority of the cards, it makes it really easy to learn what tarot is all about. So let's clarify the third party card right there. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, whoever needs these messages here. We've got the Ace of Swords. Someone has had some sort of breakthrough. and clarity when it comes to this third party situation. Some of you might have found out about infidelity or cheating going on in your relationships, and therefore you might have cut this person out of your life, which is why things ultimately ended. But by doing so, this is actually giving you another opportunity to find love elsewhere, or to certainly, move forward in your life. Look at this. We've got the Five of Wands clarifying the end. Some of you guys could be dealing with an air sign, either Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, or fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, combination of these signs, or this could be reflective off of your zodiac. All right, so clarifying the end message. It ended because of that third party. The Five of Wands represents rivalry and conflict and competition. So there were perhaps lots of arguments that was going on between the two of you, which is why it ended. You guys were fighting about other people that were interfering in the relationship. So let's clarify bike and skills. Angels and spirit guides, please. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Eight of Cups is about leaving something behind and walking away from it. So this is traveling away from a person, a situation, because it was no longer working for you. They disappointed you, So you might have really abandoned a connection because of infidelities and trust issues here. You withdrew. That's what the Eight of Cups is all about. So we've got quite a few signs represented here. And again, this could be your sign since we're focusing on a huge collective here. So cups representing water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh my. So that's what's coming through for some of you guys. So let's go ahead and grab some additional guidance. I'm going to pull from my Silhouettes deck here. Okay. So let's see what else you need to know at this time. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on whoever needs these messages at this point in time. What else do we need to know? So some of you guys walked away from a relationship because there was infidelity going on. Some of you guys could have been married. Okay, so what ended could have been a marriage because of infidelities. Look at this. The next card is Shadows, followed by Busted. And then we have Point of View. You've turned my world upside down. Oh my gosh. So let's go ahead and continue with clarifying these. I'm going to use my tarot teacher this time. Yeah, what I'm getting here is, look at this, busted. It was just a matter of time. Somebody got caught. And clearly, bride, representing feminine energy. This card for me represents masculine, okay? A masculine's world was turned upside down because more than likely they created a lot of drama in a situation. So whoever represents the masculine energy, for some of you guys in the relationship, you caught them. You caught them doing something that they should not have been doing. And they themselves could be engulfed in all of these shadows that they really put themselves in that situation. The card does say the only way to make friends with your inner demons is to face it, heal from it, and move on. So that's work that they're going to have to do. So let's clarify the bride card. Angels and spirit guides, please. For all signs, for the collective, a card for the bride card. A card for the bride. We've got the King of Wands. Could represent the groom here. Okay? So for some of you, you're masculine. We already had fire that came through earlier, representing Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So this could be someone who has a bit of a temper. They're very passionate, though. They are a natural leader. This is someone who's very action-oriented, but I have a feeling here, if Divine Feminine, you were dealing with this King of Wands, part of the action that they did end up taking was to do something that they knew they shouldn't have done. Look at this. And now we've got the Death card, clarifying shadows. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio. So something definitely came to an end here, because that's what the Death card represents, the end of a cycle. Something failed, something collapsed, something did not work. So now there's a transition that's happening here in either your life or the relationship. Something needs to change in order to either fix this, or for you guys to just go your separate ways and move on and find other relationships and allow the healing to begin. Someone's got to do their shadow work here, or maybe this is something that you both are able to relate to. Look at these cards. We now have the Moon card coming through, which can be deceptive, secrets, affairs. Busted. Someone was caught. This is Pisces specifically. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Pisces. They were either fantasizing about someone else, or they were just not being upfront and honest with you, the viewer. For some of you guys that are watching, it is you that was busted and that was caught by your person doing something that you shouldn't have been doing. Look at this. Look at these cards. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Sound familiar? Here we are. 2 different decks, 1 reading. The need to walk away. So I really feel for whoever represents the bride, whoever represents the divine feminine energy in this equation, you walked away from your masculine. You turned their world upside down. Maybe they weren't expecting you to take control of the situation and to walk away and leave all of this drama behind. But this is you doing that. They really dropped the ball when it came to the relationship, the partnership. They only have themselves to blame at the end of the day. Okay, so that's what's coming through from that. And it really seems to be painting a particular storyline here as far as a relationship, a situation that ended because they were doing some shady shit. You know, that's just the reality of it. All right, so let's grab some dialogue cards here from the Divine Masculine, giving the masculine the opportunity to speak up here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, for all signs. Yeah, Divine Feminine walked away for good reason. Your masculine was caught doing something, crossing a line. If I called you right now, would you want to meet up so we can talk about us? So my feminine's tuning in. That's your call. You know, that's up to you. Look at this. I'm not done healing. I need more time. Please continue on your healing journey for me. We both need it right now. Absolutely. Absolutely, that's much needed. You know, so we do have a masculine here who is recognizing that they do have to face those inner demons and to face it in order to move on from it. You know, so there's a reason why we've got that 8 of Cups coming in, the need to walk away from each other in order for both of you to heal, and in order for you both to perhaps really take a look at the direction that you want to go, either individually or in the relationship. Look at this card. Leave him. Okay. So we might have a third party speaking up here and wanting a feminine to leave the partner that they are with in order for you guys to come together. This could also be the partner, a masculine, who dealt with a third party situation, who ended up having a feminine, who cheated on them, who got into an affair, a third party situation with somebody else. Because part of the interpretation, you know, we do have, where is it? We do have the bride. So some of my feminines, you were married. You ended up getting into a third party situation. So this could be your masculine telling you to leave that person in order for you guys to work on the partnership. That's just what I'm getting for some. Okay, so take it if it applies. So let's clarify this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to pull from my Tabby Tarot Teacher now. So let's clarify the first message. Focusing on the Divine Masculine here. All right, here we go. If the masculine called you right now, Divine Feminine, would you want to meet up so you guys can talk? Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please. Would you want to talk, or are you really done? Ooh, Judgment Day. I feel, okay, this is what I'm getting for some of you. Because this is a wake-up call, this card. I feel you're masculine. For some of you guys, they've woken up a little bit. They've had an awakening. They realize what they've done. They know they screwed up. So some of you guys might get a phone call, a text, or they might even reach out on social media. I'm getting for some of you guys too that if obviously they know where you live, they might even stop by randomly just to be able to talk to you. Because they want to be able to talk. They want to be able to make amends. They want to be able to get things off their chest, especially if they are feeling guilty about how things played out between the two of you, knowing full well that they did not put in the effort in the relationship while you guys were together. So I wouldn't be surprised if some form of communication comes in for some of you guys from your masculine wanting forgiveness. Because they've now taken a look at how they were in the past and how crappy they really were towards you. Look at this. Here we go again. Look at that. Death card coming through twice already, you know, and this reading isn't even that long. Death card coming through twice, guys. Again, some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Something clearly ended. We cannot ignore that because that has represented, if I could talk today, that has represented itself right from the very beginning, because one person was not putting in the effort towards the partnership, and therefore we might have had a feminine here who walked away because they can't be in a relationship and putting in the effort without some sort of dedication from the masculine. So what I love about the combination of both of these cards coming through, because as it says, I'm not done healing. We both need to heal right now. So the old way of how you guys were interacting, that part of the connection needed to go. There's this need to let go of attachments as well to other people. Because you guys can't move forward unless there are some major changes in this relationship if you really want to be together. You guys can have a new beginning, because part of this healing journey could represent a metamorphosis for yourself, for them, for both of you, for the relationship. Doesn't have to be the end, because like the Death card, you know, you can rise above all of that drama. Rise above like the phoenix, right? And welcome in a new start. So something needed to end, truly, in order for you guys to have a new beginning, if that's something that you're even interested in at this point. For some of you, that new beginning could simply be that you're going in a different direction and you're totally content with that, and that's cool. But look at this. We've got the Five of Pentacles clarifying, leave him. Okay, so some of you guys might have actually done that. Some feminines that were in a third party situation might have actually left the third party, because Five of Pentacles represents someone who was left out in the cold. It represents a breakup. Yeah. So some of you guys, that could have been a part of the reality. And I love how the Four of Wands is the next card after that. So this is rebuilding perhaps a foundation in the partnership that was a little bit unstable before, because this can be a reunion right here. This could also be a twin flame connection, two twins that went into separation that ultimately might be able to find their way back into each other's hearts and in each other's lives. So I actually like how that's presenting itself like that. So now we need to really take a look and see where is our divine feminine in all this. Okay, so let's grab some messages on behalf of the feminine now. I'm going to pull from my Real Talk with Her Words of Wisdom deck. All right, divine feminine, it is your turn. So if you resonate with this reading, you either walked away from a third party, or you walked away from a partner who got themselves into a third party. All right, angels and spirit guides, focusing on the divine feminine. Let's grab a card. Once you've imprinted on each other, that bond is forever, a connection tattooed on your heart for eternity. Okay, so even though there could have been a breakup, a separation here, the person that you detached from, they will forever be a part of your heart. His smile is blinding when he thinks of you. Okay? Somebody, when they think about you, they reminisce about you, it still brings a smile to their face, even if it is a third party who's reminiscing about you. There were good times there. There were happy times there, and they think about you, it still brings a smile to their face. But there's also perhaps a partner that was on the receiving end of infidelity, and they still reflect off of the good times that you guys had and happy memories that the two of you have shared. Let's grab one more message for the feminine here. One more card, angels and spirit guides, for the feminine. Okay, 2. You don't have to stay in a toxic relationship, but you need to know when it's time to leave. Damn, yes. That's right. If you have to keep repeating yourself, he's not listening to you. Yeah. You should only have to say something once, especially something as major as this relationship is going to end if something doesn't change. Right? So let's go ahead and grab some tarot once again to clarify. So I'm going to pull this time from the Sacred Secrets of the Heart Tarot by Jennifer, Aquarius Tarot. So let's clarify the first card. Once you've imprinted on each other, that bond is forever, a connection tattooed on your heart for eternity. For some of you, you're masculine. Maybe they're known for their tattoos, or they have tattoos that you really like, or you both do. And for those of you guys who are familiar with the whole Twilight movie, where I think that was like the first time that concept was ever introduced, where you imprint on each other. I love it. Okay, so, oh my God, I can't. Wow, see, something needs to change. Third time that the Death card is coming out. No doubt, we're not doubting the fact that you guys have this intense connection. But something needs to change here. The old way was not working. It really was not. Divine Feminine, look at this. You're coming through as the Empress. See? And you've got a masculine here who knows this. That's why it brings a smile to their face when they think of you. Because they know they had someone incredibly special in you. And they also know you're not a doormat. They also know that you have the power within you to create all of this amazingness, if that's even a word, within you, within your life. And be able to move on to other connections. You're not a wallflower. You're not a homebody. You're not going to just be staying at home being miserable. That is not the Empress. And they know this. They know it. Ten of Pentacles, clarifying this card. You don't have to stay in a toxic relationship. Absolutely. Divine Feminine, we already know and we see. You are coming through as the Empress, which means you have the capability to attract what the Ten of Pentacles has to offer you. And what is that? It's a very strong bond with somebody. We already see that here. A forever bond. A perfect match. So you're masculine or a masculine. It does not have to be the person that you detached from. This could represent new love as well. Someone that represents your perfect match in this lifetime. That can offer you the stability and happiness that you deserve. So if they can't get rid of this toxicity, if they haven't taken the time to do their shadow work, this could be a new love connection that comes in for some of you guys. These cards are crazy today. Five of Pentacles, okay? Isolation, leaving someone out in the cold. That already came through, guys. That already came through. Do you see the synchronicities in this reading? It's crazy. So, clarifying this card. If you have to keep repeating yourself, he's not listening to you. And I really feel for my Divine Feminines, if you were dealing with a masculine who was not listening to what you had to say, you left them. You walked away. You left them out in the cold. You broke up with this person. You empowered yourself. That's what's coming through. You weren't going to allow this person to treat you poorly. It was not going to happen. And maybe in the past, you were a little bit more understanding or a little bit more accommodating with your person, but not so much anymore. You're a lot stronger, I feel. You're coming through as the Empress. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and grab some healing cards here. Let's grab some healing messages here from your angel guides. Wrapping this up. What are some healing messages that your angels really want to bring forward at this time? Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, for all signs. Cause for celebration. Love that. Focus. Look at this. Surrender and release. Yeah, absolutely. You know what it is that needs to go. That's why we've had that death card come up 3 times in this reading. You also know who and what it is that you need to focus on. Whether it's a person, whether it is your career, whether it is your health, your family, your friendships, whatever it is that you focus on is what you have the capability of manifesting or certainly improving that situation. Because this is you putting in the work towards that situation. And for me, celebrations could certainly be indicative of birthdays, of anniversaries, all sorts of celebrations for so many of you. That's what's coming up, and that is certainly going to be very healing for you as well. Happy times ahead. You're not meant to be miserable. You're not meant to be sad and heartbroken. That's something that you will be healing from. And if the person that ended up hurting you, if they don't do the work on themselves, if they can't come towards you correct, you're going to be okay. You're going to be happy regardless. You're meant to find love again. You're meant to empower yourself, be able to stand on your own 2 feet. And I'm guided to pull just one more here before we wrap things up. One final healing message, please, angels and spirit guides, for the collective. One more message, please. Yeah, look at that. Your friendships, very important at this time. These are people that you can rely on no matter what. You can call them at 3, 4 in the morning and they'll be there for you. So if you need that type of support right now, they're there for you. Look at the bottom of the deck. We've got support. So not only do you have the support of your friends, but you also have, of course, the support of your family. You've got your angels, your spirit guides, and even the universe watching out for you and supporting you during this time. It's fantastic. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this. I do hope whatever part of it resonated with you personally, that it helped offer you advice that's helpful. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. Thank you guys so very much, and I'll see you real soon.